Hi, this is Simon from Fingers on Plastic, and this is the G1 eBay challenge. Although, let's be honest, it's not all from eBay, and not everyone stuck to the budget. And I'm pretty sure not even everybody's bought a Transformer. But we'll see, all the videos coming up. So I'm going to kick this off. So the original challenge, well, the original idea was, at TFN, something I really love is, you know, when you've been around the dealer room first, and then you go back to the bar, and there's hundreds of people sat all around on all sorts of table, and everyone's just sort of playing with toys and looking at the toys. Now, obviously, you can't replicate that online, but I just wanted that sort of, this is what I've picked up. And then there was the G1 eBay with $2.99 to $29.99 idea, and so on and so forth. So what I've picked up, and I was going to show, is a G1 reissue Starscream. I've wanted one for absolutely blooming ages, and I've not picked one up. I just haven't, because they were like 50 quid for a while, and I wasn't paying that. And then right after we decided on the challenge, I saw this on eBay for $29.99 exactly. And so I picked it up. I couldn't resist anymore. I love this artwork at the back here. I just love it so much. It's those proper childhood memories, isn't it? Instruction booklet, stickers. Oh God, remember stickers on Transformers. One thing that always irks me about the toys, I have to admit, is in the cartoon he was always white, and yet the toy he is always grey. I would have liked a white one, to be honest. Look at it. Oh dear. A G1 are terrible toys. Let's not mince or mess about. But I don't know, I love it. It's brought a smile to my face. I can feel myself smiling. This is really cool. So my pickup is a G1 reissue Starscream. So Bisto, mate, what have you picked up?
Well, thanks for asking. I may have gone a little bit over budget. Not that I'm saying I'm cheating, but I've cheated. So I bought a 2-pack of cassettes. These are the G1 like Dino cassettes, knockoffs from China. It cost me around £35. So if we don't look at this guy, Overkill, and we just concentrate on Slugfest, that means I'm under budget. Yeah. That's how 2-packs work in this game. Yeah, right, okay, glad we're all on board with that. So yeah, Slugfest. Growing up as a kid, the only 2 episodes of season 3 I had really any access to, because we didn't have Sky or anything like that, was the Fight or Flee and I was going to say Survival of the Fittest. Call of the Primitives, and it was on a cassette, that VHS cassette that my mum bought from the Avon. Yeah, that's really sets like late 80s. Yeah, and in that episode, Slugfest and Overkill turn up for like one scene. They're ejected from Soundwave and never seen or heard of again in the rest of the cartoon. And they just always fascinated me because, you know, the rest. I was a child in the 80s. I loved robots and I loved dinosaurs. That was always my jam. So robot dinosaurs are always cool things, especially when they're Transformers. Again, it was just weird. These guys were never utilised again. they were never really available in the UK, so it's something I've always wanted. So I kind of use the guise of this. It's not a competition, is it? Challenge. That's the word. Challenge to finally get hold of them. But we're just talking about Slugfest. Slugfest is a Stegosauri. We'll read his bio because why not? Function: messenger. Expect betrayal, and your friends won't disappoint you. Oh my god, that sounds like someone on social media who wants attention, doesn't it? You okay, babe? PM me, babe. He's slow and stupid as he looks. Plays back the messages he carries. Thinks others are talking about him. Goes into violent rages. He's definitely an internet kid. End result is usually destruction of messages and nearby small towns that get in his way. So he's pretty useless, this guy. In Stegosaurus mode, plates on back like teeth on a chainsaw, cut through almost any substance. Carries 2 solar-powered vibro cannons. Yeah! So here he is. He's a green and pink cassette. Proper late G1 feels on that colour palette. And he's a transformer, so he transforms. So what we need to do is remove this tail back. Remove this head there. And whoa, auto mode feature. His spines pop up. And then his silly little legs fold down. And there we have Slugfest in his Robo Stegosaurus mode. He does come with his solar powered vibro cannons that are these chromed out bling pieces that peg in 5mm ports, pegs and ports onto his side. Yeah, so all in all, you can kind of move his tail a little bit there. You can wiggle his head, but you know, G1 baby, you can move his legs. So yeah, he's pretty cool. Pretty cool. This is a KO. There would be a raised area there where the rub sign would go. There's no die cast in this, but having never owned the originals, I don't know if they would have any die cast. Certainly, you know, the earlier first wave cassettes did, but I don't know if the later ones did or did not. So I can't tell you that. But he is, and I think from pictures I've seen, I think the green isn't quite as vibrant as pictures I've seen, but you know, they could just be how it's portrayed in pictures. This is more like a sour. He's got a very sour colour palette. You know, he's if he was a sweet, it'd be a sour sweet. Even the pink is kind of that kind of sour pink, which matches the sour mood of this messenger. Oh God, you can't trust people. PM me, babe. Inbox me. Internet edgelord slugfest. So yeah, obviously it's a lot of fun. We're not talking about overkill because, you know, then I really would be cheating in this challenge. But just having one figure, that's under the price limit. But yeah, Buster, what have you got?
Oh wow, thanks for asking what my G1 pickup is for the G1 bot challenge. Hang on, can you hear that? I've got a video call coming in. It's Danny Glover. I'm just going to take this. Won't be a second. Hi Danny.
I bet you like GoBots.
Why yes Danny, I do like the GoBots. What a very strange question, but thank you for asking it. And please stop calling me beside a fire engine Mel Gibson. It's very creepy. I will speak to you later though. What a strange thing to ask me. Or was it? Because here is my G1 pickup for the challenge. Yes, it's not G1, it's not a Transformer, but it is a G1 GoBot, and it's GoBot Turbo, one of my favourites. I absolutely love the red colour scheme, red being my favourite colour. And let's check out the robot mode. Look at that lovely Ares robotic face sculpt with the fantastic shades for eyes. Fantastic. Your articulation is this, and that's all you need in a package this small, and wonderfully preserved as well for a figure of its age, apart from where you can see I've tried to touch up the paint chips with the wrong colour red, but never mind. I did manage to cover up this bit at the back here, which had C6 carved into it, as you can see with the picture I'm going to fling up. Very strange. If we take a 360 look at Turbo in his robot mode, you can see everything that's going on. The wonderful two-tone red, that blue windshield, silver chrome on the legs, and that sticker detail is wonderfully Ares. And when it comes to transformation, it's just a brilliant 5-step transformation. Flip the head, push in the arms, push down the legs, and there you go. We have a very, I guess, 80s muscular unbranded car. It doesn't look like anything you'd see from the Ares. Perhaps there was a car like this in Japan, or at least a concept, because it definitely echoes that 80s, maybe even late 70s sentiment. And it's just a lovely cheesy looking car as well. Again, there's not much difference in terms of what you see in detail going on from robot mode, but when we see the 360 of the car pop in here, you can definitely appreciate the alt mode for what it is. And the wheels roll fantastically because it has rubber tyres, which is something that is sorely missed in today's official Transformers. I know third party guys do it, but we really want those rubber tyres back in the Transformers line again. Come on Hasbro, you can do it. Alright, well that was my G1 pickup for the G1 Bot Challenge. Hey you, you, what did you pick up?
Seriously cool pickup, that's awesome. But what did I find in my toy hunt across eBay for the G1 challenge? Well, I managed to get hold of a mint and sealed box G1 Dinobot Snarl. Yeah, I managed to get this in between that bracket of $2.99 and $29.99. I got this for just under 25 quid. But I'm sure some of you are thinking, what the actual hell? A boxed G1 Snarl? This is a knockoff. I have been intrigued with these ever since they kind of started showing up, maybe about 8 years ago, 2012, 2013, and I've undenied about getting them because I had no idea about the quality or, you know, whether they were legit. But this challenge gave me the perfect opportunity to give it a go. And to give it a go for a couple of different reasons. I never had any Dinobots as a kid, and I desperately wanted some, but I never got them. I either got to the toy shop and they weren't on the shelves, or I changed my mind and got a completely different toy. I also remember them being a bit more a higher price point, so my parents were sometimes a little bit reluctant to splash out on a more expensive toy. So to find one of these knockoffs here in the UK for such a good price, I jumped at the chance. And especially Snarl. Snarl has always been my favourite Dinobot. It has also been a very, very long time since I was so close to a G1 Autobot box with the red and black. I have a couple of Decepticon G1 boxes, more of the later 1987 releases. I have just not been in the presence of a G1 box, especially an Autobot one, for such a long time. I think it might be as way back as my childhood. And it has filled me with incredible nostalgia and some really interesting memories. if we take a look at the box, the Dinobots have red eyes, and I've always loved that fact that they are red-eyed Autobots, and the artwork for the Dinobots has always been absolutely stunning. They look big and beefy, just like the actual toys, and on the back you get that image that I loved so much as a kid, and it has brought back memories of a young me wondering why the tracks was red. And obviously now being an adult collector and having a bit more knowledge about the lore of Transformers, I look at this image and I can see the Macross VF1 Veritable Fighter from Bandai. You've got Astro Magnum, you've got Deluxe Insecticons, you've got Whirl, who was also from, is it Mos Paida? It's hilarious seeing all these Transformers that are kind of not Transformers. They're all the ones that Hasbro bought in from different markets, and they're all in one image. The VF1 has always been such an incredible toy, and as I said, it's just seeing this image once again has brought back such fond memories. And then you've got your standard tech spec and description. The box does give it away as a KO though. That is not the cleanest it could be, and basically that's not even glued on anymore. The fact that it's not in the clamshell properly and the accessories are loose gives it completely away, even though it is still sealed. That aside, if you were to display it, nobody's going to really know, and I can easily add a bit of spray mount or double-sided tape to give that plastic better, or even buy a brand new sheet of acetate. But I'm not especially a miniature seal box collector, so this bad boy is being freed from its prison. So here is Dinobot Snarl in his Stegosaurus Dinobot mode. This thing weighs an absolute ton. I can't believe how much diecast there is in this toy. Were they always this heavy? There must have been. I find this heavy. Imagine, you know, a 5-6-year-old with this. It'd be like weighing them down. But as KOs go, it's excellent. The only downside to it is that one foot is kind of a little bit loose. That one's like super stiff. That one though, a little bit loose. But there's nothing that a little bit of like polish is not going to mend. Considering how much gold plastic there is and the inevitable GPS gold plastic syndrome, none of it on my one is bad at all. There's literally no flashes or anything. It's absolutely stunning. Once you embark on buying a KO, you've got to know that you are getting, you know, a ripped off version, especially of something from a mold that has probably been used hundreds of thousands of times, and it's definitely going to have degraded. But this is an absolutely great representation. I can't fault it at all, hardly. I never had a Dinobot as a kid, and I've totally missed out for sure. The fact that they're so heavy, there's smoky plastic, it does look as much as, you know, it can do, like the cartoon, but as a toy, it's a great robotic dinosaur toy. I'm super pleased. Let's check out the robot mode. Robot mode then. It's incredible. I can't believe how good a KO is, but I also have no comparison. as I said, I never had any Dinobots as a kid. You know, I may have randomly played with a Grimlock in the schoolyard, in the playground, but I just don't have any memory. And the proportions of Snarl are fantastic. There's zero kibble. Absolutely none. You know, just a little bit of dinosaur head on his legs, but the way that the tail kind of forms, you know, what could be wings, it's great. It's absolutely awesome. I can only judge it by today's unboxing and me having to play around with it and enjoying it immensely. I knew of the rumours of the stickers and the accessories in terms of the guns and the sword and the missile launcher not fitting into the peg holes, but I've lucked out. Mine fit in perfectly, and the stickers are so, you know, that's pretty much the done thing when it comes to KO stickers. They're printed on the most unsticky, stickiest paper, you know, they have. Just like with the floor polish, you could easily get some toy hacks and get yourself a KO Dinobot and make it look pristine. I'm not fussed about the stickers. They've stuck on fine, and it's a hot summer's day and they're not peeling off. I'm in no rush to kind of improve a KO. I know it's a KO. If anybody asks, I'm not going to lie about the fact. It's not wobbly. I'm blown away by the quality of it, and Snarl just is my absolute favourite, and the toy is a great version of it. What a toy, what a challenge. I wonder if anyone else will take up the challenge.
I got this piece of junk for $5. What do you get?
Hello, it's LITTLEDAVE, and this was my entry into the G1 challenge. A very battered looking thingy-me-bob, whatever his name is, Onslaught. I might be wrong, I don't know. He was $2.99 though. I got him from eBay, and he's battered and knackered. But there you go, that was mine. He's missing his big gun or whatever he had. I think he does transform, he's just very, very knackered. There you go. Ooh, what a squeak. That's for any of you who listen on headphones. Bye.
I got him for 20 quid.
Hello, it's me, Retro Prime. How goes it? Aye, I'm dead happy to be involved with the Bots at Home G1 Challenge for two reasons. One, because, I mean, it's a great thing to be involved in anyway, for both the community and for charity. And two, I don't actually own that many G1 Transformers. Because for me, owning a G1 Transformer is a kind of nostalgia thing. And I never had many as a kid. I love Transformers, loved it to death. As you could see, I wouldn't have spent money on them if I didn't. But we tended more to get Masters of the Universe and Visionary figures when I was younger. We didn't. Me and my brother, I think we only had a handful of Transformers between us. So bearing that in mind, I've not actually got many G1 toys. Right now my collecting's at the stage where we're about to move house soon, if we can find a house that fits my wife's disability needs. And so until then, we don't know what kind of space we're going to have. So right now, my collection's it's at capacity. So I've got a rule for collecting just now. If I'm going to buy a toy, a new one, it's got to be a figure or a character that I don't already own a version of. So I've got loads of Starscreams, loads of Megatrons and Optimus and Ultra Magnuses. But if I'm going to buy something new, I tend to go for something I haven't already got, like someone I haven't already got. So bearing that in mind, and bearing the price range that we were given for the challenge, I got... He's in my pocket. Swerve! Yay! I don't own a Swerve. And I looked, when I was looking on eBay the night I sort of was trying to find something for the challenge, there was either really pricey bots that like boxed guys that were over the limit, or it was all like job lot nonsense, or it was all things I owned, because I tend to the G1 toys I have got are the ones that people tend to want, like Optimus and Ultra Magnus and stuff, and Astro Train. But I found this guy for a £5. Well, he was £4.99, but the postage took him over the £5 mark, so £7.20 something, 24 or something like that. And he's awesome. I didn't know at first if he was an actual G1 or if he was a KO or a re-release, because I've never seen him in hand before, and I couldn't find his branding as well. I was a bit like, where's his branding? I can't find it. Checked all the usual places, like on there, on his feet. And because I've never seen him in hand, I didn't realise it's in there. Can you see? Oh, it's that one. You can maybe see with the light hitting it. It's in the wheel arch anyway. That's where it is. And so it's a genuine G1 article. You can tell as well because he's not got the coloured in face. He's a bit rusty at the metal bits, like on his wheels and the screws. His chrome is gone a little bit, but I kind of like my G1 toys a bit scruffy and scraggy. Shows they've been played with, shows they've been loved, shows they've been used for what they were supposed to be used for, and that's toys. Aye, he's awesome. I love him. Now, one of my memories of my first convention was when me and BORDERSDUDE first got there. We went straight to the bar. And my first convention was the last auto assembly, and we went to Swerve's bar where they had like cocktails and stuff, although it didn't really work out that way. But so every time I think about Swerve, it kind of sends my memory back to my first convention, or first hour or so there, and it's a nice memory, so this kind of ties in with that now. Don't have any other Swerve toys, but now I do, and he's awesome. Very much G1 loveliness. Small, simple, you know, doesn't no lot of articulation, his legs move, and his arms pop out, and that's him transformed. Hey! He's going to sit pride of place. I'm going to leave him on my Amiga desk, actually, because I spend a lot of time on there. Aye, I'm so happy. There we go. That's my G1 Bots at Home challenge. I got Swerve for like £7. There we go. Have fun. I hope everyone who's taken part in the challenge has a great time. I know I did. And I'm looking forward to seeing what everyone got. So tell me, what did you get?
So for my entry into the challenge, I went down a slightly different route. Not as different as buying a GoBot in a Transformers challenge, no. What I did was I actually set myself a challenge of getting a Transformer I really wanted within the price limit of £2.99 to £30. And the only way to do that was to get one that needed some extensive restoration. So I'm going to show you some pictures now of who I picked up. So I picked up Generation 1 Power Master Darkwing, and this guy's seen better days. Come with no accessories. His gun had broken off, handle had broken off in his hand. The stickers are worn, there's a little bit of wear on one of the ears on the head. And he's just a bit dirty all over. The figure actually was completely broken. When you moved and rotated the chest round, it actually snapped apart. You can see here there's a crack. And also one of the pegs was broken off in the top. And when it arrived, as you can see, it wasn't in the best of states. I managed to remove that peg, and the stickers were all peeling off and everything like that. Took this guy apart, I could see the problem clearly. The back section had completely cracked and needed some extensive restoration because it was a really weak piece of plastic. I used a little bit of the green stuff, a little bit of super glue, and just kind of bonded this all back together into one solid piece. So I just want to give a shout out to Manic Miners Toy Store on eBay. He's the one who sold me that item, and he did describe it as a restoration project, and I picked that up for $14.99. I then wanted to try and do, I've cleaned him up, I've done some restoration on the transformation so he actually works now, but he's missing a few key parts, and I want to try and get it for under that £30. So the first thing that I do is I go onto the web, go onto Toy Hacks, and I order myself a set of retro labels, which are right here on Darkwing. Now these were coming at about £8. So these were pretty good. And as you can see, he's cleaned up really well, and the stickers really finish him off. The price of this guy now, minus his Power Master, what, £23, something like that. So I've got him under budget. That's great, but I really wanted to push it. And I picked up another item. Now, you can argue that the postage on this, which was free, would have been about £3, but I picked up some reproduction weapons for him. They're a little bit lighter than the original ones. They are painted, because you can see a little bit of paint wear here where I've put them in his hands. Do they combine? I haven't actually tried that. They do combine, which is great. But yeah, I wanted to get some weapons from him as well, because I really wanted to try and complete this figure as much as I can. So these cost $11.99 with free postage. So essentially, I have gone over budget, I'm not going to lie. Even if you take the postage into account and taking £3 off it, essentially I've gone over by about a £5, something like that. So I failed in the challenge, but it could have been worse. I could have bought a Goldbot age on. But essentially, I have managed to get myself a pretty decent Darkwing with weapons, no Power Master, for about, what, 35 quid-ish.
Help me, ducks. John here. And this is a bot I got from a friend, Dave. Very appreciative. I call this guy Marmite. It's Transformers Universe Power Glide, but I actually do love this guy because of that. Anyway, what did you guys get?
Ooh, what did I get? G1 Needle Nose. This guy made me feel so happy because I had Scoop, I had Quake, I had Quick Mix, I had Landfill, I had Spinister, but I never got Needle Nose. But then I just went on eBay and saw him complete for 25 quid. And I thought, I'm having that. He's just so good. I really hope Siege give him a redo. But when I hear the Siege, we're talking about the goodness and heavenly bliss that is G1. So yeah, he's nice. He's got a decent articulation. Well, I just realised he can put his arms forward. You learn while you're on. He's got his two partners, which I'm blanking on their names, but they're just little blokes. See, keep thinking the other ones, and his transformation is like dead simple. You just cover his visor. You take his arms up. Bring his arms in. Bring his arms up here. Boom. Lovely jet. I just love this toy. I really love the G1's Double Type Masters. Just nice, fun little toys. Good pocket toys for the kids back in the day. Oh, Gollum old. Well, that's what I got. What did you get?
Tracks for a tenner.
Welcome to a one-off special from the Transformers show. I'm joined by my esteemed co-hosts. I've got Andy Ride, Jamie Liddell, and I'm Alexis Austin. We're here for Bots at Home, supporting you. Hope you're having a wonderful time there. And we are here to talk about our G1 Transformers. So with further ado, I will hand over to my wonderful colleagues, Andy and Jamie, where they're going to talk about their Micro Masters. Show me your erectors, boys.
Thanks, Alexis. So we are doing the G1 eBay challenge as part of Bots at Home. So the challenge was to buy a G1 Transformer for between the original price point, which was $2.99 and $29.99. So we decided to look at some MicroMasters, and I've chosen to start off with the legend that is G1 Erector. Now, G1 Erector, as well as having an amusing name, was from the 1989 MicroMaster line, and he's special to me and to us because when we all first met up at TF Nation, Alexis, Jamie, myself, and Paul, when we were all bonding in the bar over a drink, we had a lot of fun, not only playing with Erector, but also making some jokes based around him. I have no idea why. He seems fine. So Jamie has, I think, got some photos of Erector, which he'll be able to share with you as we do our review, so you'll be able to see him a little bit better than just on my webcam. So Erector was from the 1989 Transformers line. He was a MicroMaster battle station, although we always think of it more for an artillery placement. His alternate mode was the crane mode that you can see on the screen at the moment. The MicroMaster itself is the cab, which connects into the crane, and the crane arm can move up and down and also rotate 360 degrees. As you can see, there's a lot of moulding detail on the figure. The cab does look quite small compared to the trailer, but then it's more just the functionality that you need for the MicroMaster artillery base to work. And the photos that you're actually seeing are Jamie's copy of the Rector. So inspired was he after seeing the one I picked up from the Space Bridge that he went and bought himself one as well. It's that legendary figure. So it's a really simple transformation into its artillery gun emplacement mode. And as you can see there, it has one large cannon at the front and then a double cannon behind. And the Erector himself can just clip in behind the guns. And again, the gun emplacement can move up and down. The movement in terms of rotation is a little bit restricted by the double cannons that go in behind it, but it's still quite a cool looking artillery placement, and it looks really good with all of the other MicroMaster bases when you put them all together. So overall, I'd highly recommend Erector. I think he's a great little MicroMaster. It's a fun little playset, and it looks really good with the other G1 MicroMaster playsets if you can get hold of them. Speaking of which, Jamie, who is so inspired by MicroMasters, who has picked up many of the sets now, almost all of the MicroMaster sets, I think, is going to tell us about another one of the more rarer sets.
Do my MicroMaster review on this little guy, Countdown, which you can get in the modern version with the MicroMaster, with a Mega Supreme now, but this is Little Countdown, and he came with the MicroMaster playset, I think is Rocket Base, which I keep on wanting to call Moon Base. I'll just stand a little bit further back here. The thing about these MicroMaster playsets at the time was they're just absolutely fantastic. You know, there's so many little gimmicks, ramps, things open up to show control panels, secret ramps you wouldn't imagine. Just an amazing all-in-one playset. This is in movement mobile mode with all its wonderful guns and intact. Now I'm just going to go now to show some more detailed pictures of this. So here we have the Moonbase rocket set. Well, I keep calling it Moonbase, it's actually just the rocket base. This was released, I think, in 1989, 1990. And here I'm just taking it round the different angles. An absolutely lovely playset. There I have put in some figures just to give you an idea of scale and size. It is with some of the latest MicroMasters and with Deluxe Sage Sideswipe. There they are transformed. To be honest, as you can see, the rocket bases, the MicroMaster base can still work really well with the new MicroMasters that are out right now. And with a bit of luck, you can actually even get the ramp to work. I've got the ramp transformer there. I've actually forgotten his name. I usually just call him Useless, the one who transforms into a ramp or a tray set. And there they are with the MicroMasters there, fully transformed. As you can see, there's lots of gimmicks here, the ramps, guns, control panels, absolutely amazing stuff. That's why I was a bit disappointed with the Transformers Titan Return Scorponok, in the sense that he didn't seem to have all these little gimmicks that could come out with just little panels opening up to sort of reveal controls, monitors, guns, etc. And have a look.
Very cool.
Here's some more scale size. We've got the LC side swipe again, just giving you an idea of size and scale. Got some of the Target Masters, just showing you how it all works with the current Titan Micro Masters and Battle Masters we have today. Zooming in there to show you that amazing detail, the mold there. You know, the fact that, you know, the stickers that give it that nice little touch of radar, monitors, computers, etc. And there he is with his modern counterpart countdown and vintage countdown.
You've got one in really good condition there, Jamie, as well.
Yeah, and that's
the stickers.
Yeah, there's the end of my little vintage Micromaster review of Countdown and his rocket base, which I keep wanting to call a moon base because it should be called a moon base.
It's what helps you get to the moon, Jay. Not on the moon. But I'm sure that's fine. Those were both amazing reviews. I just want to say that the quality of your Transformers there, guys, I was put to shame. I don't think if I went into my loft and got my G1s out, they wouldn't hold a candle to yours, really. So, you know, both very well looked after and maintained there. So that's it from us, guys. A very hearty and sincere thank you for watching. Hope you're going to enjoy the rest of Bots at Home. This is it from Andy, from Jamie, from Alexis on the Transformers Show. Do feel free to check us out. We're going to do a shameless plug on our show, the Transformers Show on YouTube, and we wish you au revoir.
Hello everyone, my name is Inferis, and you'll have to bear with me, this is the first review I've ever done. Simon from Fingers on Plastic has very kindly invited me to do a quick review of a G1 toy. Now originally, apparently this usually happens at TF Nation, but because it's been cancelled this year, we can't do that. So Simon's put this whole thing together so that those of us who would have been there this year can share with other people what we bought. So, I'd like to introduce you to my friend Skyhammer. This is a brand new figure to me. Honestly, I didn't know it existed until a few weeks ago. I do collect G1 figures, but usually I just pick up the reissues. I don't usually get second-hand ones, but a lot of these came up at a ridiculous price and I had to get them. Now, originally, this was not the figure I was going to review, but I was blown away by this little guy, so I had to. Anyway, let's get on with it. Simon, if you want to cut any of this out, please feel free to, because I'm probably going to make a right hash of this anyway. So, here we are, Skyhammer. Now, as I said, this is a whole new figure to me. It came in this lot that I bought, and I thought, what on earth is this? Doesn't look like a Transformer. I thought it was something from another line. And then I opened him up, and yeah, I thought, oh, look at this, it's a Pretender. So I'll just take this main part off out of the way for a moment. Yeah, and here we are, we have this little, this little Pretender shell, who doesn't now want to transform for me because I'm on camera. Right, well, anyway, so I'll just hold him up. Right, there we go. So, here he is in his Pretender glory. Now, I am a big fan of Super God Master Force, and I thought I knew who all the Pretenders were, but nope, apparently there are many, many more. So here's this little guy, here he is at the back here now. Let's just open this up here, and here we are. Let's just flip him back around this way so you can have a proper look at his face. There we go, let's just get in close there. This guy is in superb condition. The outer shell is a bit mucky and it does show signs of rust, but otherwise it's actually in really good nick. This whole lot that I got, there are many, many figures in there that were broken and, you know, just generally grotty, but this guy, I mean, he's almost mint. So anyway, that's the outside shell, and we'll just pop him open, and I'm probably going to do this all incorrectly as well. Here we go. And we'll just put that off to the side as well. There we go. There's the little robot inside. And again, I mean, I don't know how well you can see that here, but he's got a little bit of paint spodge going on, but otherwise, this little guy is in fantastic condition. Just all around, just amazing. I didn't think I was ever going to get hold of any Pretenders because I don't know about other countries, but here in the UK, finding them on eBay, next to impossible, and when you do find one, they're really, really expensive. So yeah, I don't really have much else to say about this guy. I'm sure that most of you already know about him anyway, and at this point, don't want to be teaching my granny to suck eggs. So again, thank you to Simon for letting me be part of this. Hopefully we can collaborate again in the future. But until then, thank you very much and goodbye.
Well, hello there. Nosy here, and just before I get too far into this beautiful boy, double dealer, I just want to say a huge thank you, just a little thank you to Simon, and for allowing me to take part within this awesome thing at the Bots at Home event. It is a great thing, and hopefully make and raise some money for a great cause. As you can see in my hand, he is complete. Yeah, I do have all of his bits now. As you can see, I have his big rocket thing, his chest piece, and both of his little guys. His back guy and this little guy. Have I forgotten the names? Yes, and also at some point, because this guy, his stickers have seen better days, I do have a complete brand new sticker sheet, and I will be doing that at some point. So, G1 Double Dealer, he is lovely, very nice indeed. There's just something about G1 toys for me. There's just something that they have a character. They have character. I don't know what it is. I can't quite put my finger on it. It's just when I was like first starting out to collecting and kind of dabbling into different lines, and when I started buying the little bots, the mini bots and things like that from G1 and other characters like Soundwave and so on, and I was just playing with them, and they're very limited. They've got they've got limitations when it comes to movability and articulation, but it's just, for me, it's just they ooze character because it doesn't. You kind of look past that. You kind of look past the limitations that the figures have, and they just seem to be. For the time, they would have been really, really cool for the time. Obviously, as time goes by and the engineering behind toys with like the newer lines, they are a lot more articulated. Obviously, there's a brand new version of this guy come out very recently, of the Inferis one, and it is obviously. It looks literally like this one, exactly the same, but obviously it's updated to the point where it actually has full-on articulation. But, yes, he is a gorgeous boy. So let me just marry this together so he looks at the part. And, so yeah. Plug this into the bit. So that is what he is supposed to look like in this mode. So yes, he's absolutely glorious. He's awesome. Why I bought this guy? I got this guy off of eBay, and well, when I first saw this figure, this was actually I've never actually heard of this character before. You just kind of do this whole thing of when you browse eBay and I was just like G1 Transformers, looking through as you do, and then this guy came up, and I was just like, G1 Double Dealer. I like the robot. I like the vehicle mode. It was actually in this mode, but when I first bought it, it was missing practically everything. It was missing the chest piece, missing his two guys that I found out later he had. I didn't actually know he had these two little things, his little bots. And also it was missing this back part of the gun, cannon. So it literally was this. It came like that when I bought it. And when I finally kind of did some research, I went on a website called tfu.info, and I was on there and I was like, let me just double check and just make sure he is complete, because when I bought this, I generally thought it was, you know, because obviously I was being an idiot at that point in time, but obviously I thought maybe this was the figure. And so yeah, I looked it up and I was missing practically everything. So I managed to, with some help from some awesome people within the TF community, I managed to find chest piece, both of these, and obviously on eBay I managed to find this part of the gun as well. So I managed to complete him. So yeah, he is just so gorgeous. He really is a lovely, lovely figure. You know, I just love G1. You have to press the button, and yeah, he is just a lot of awesome. Just a whole lot of awesome. He really is. And then just put that in there, and put that in there, put his chest piece in, make sure that you do that, because generally I didn't even realise he had a chest piece when I first bought it, so I managed to find this as well. There you are. He's just a beautiful, beautiful boy, he really is. Absolutely gorgeous. Like I was saying about limitations, he literally has barely anything of articulation, but for me, he oozes character. For me, he just looks really cool, really awesome face sculpt. He's just awesome. And then obviously, this little guy can go in here, which finishes him off. And then obviously he has the bed mode. And this guy is supposed to be kind of, so, you know, when you put him in his bed mode, you know, it just works. And yes, I love these little guys as well. Just give you a little look at these. Transforming just like that. Very simple. He's really cool. Cool little guy. He's awesome. Again, I've forgotten the names. I'm bad with names. And then we've got this little bat guy, which is, you know, that's the Autobot one. It's supposed to be the one where he becomes an Autobot, which is in this mode. And then obviously Decepticon mode. This kind of changes him into like a Predacon thing. So yes, it is cool. Oh, and ratchety joints. Gotta love the ratchety joints. Gotta love the ratchety joints. Yes, and he just is really awesome. You put him in these modes. He's giant turkey. He's just a big giant turkey. But yeah, he is just this, isn't he? He is just this. He really is this. Just so is. Really is this. I love it. Just a great toy. I'm glad I bought it. But the thing is, as well, with doing so, I learned something from the figure, from the character. I had no idea before purchasing this who he was. I'd never heard of his name before, and it was a great idea, you know, a great thing on my part, really, in a way to buy it. And then I did research on it, found out a bit of a background of the character, and found out he has these two little minion things that, you know, allow him to transform into these two modes. Obviously, with him being double dealer, he has an Autobot mode and he has a Decepticon mode. So as you can see there, big ass Decepticon sticker. So yeah, he looks ace. Thank you ever so much again for thank you for watching, and thank you for tuning into the Bots at Home event. And again, big thank you to Simon for allowing me to take part, and hope you've enjoyed my little video here talking about this beautiful boy. So thank you, see you soon, and stay awesome, and stay safe.
Oh, hello, you glorious deluded fools that thinks that karate will save you when the big boys come. It is me, Salvage G1, coming at you for Bots at Home. Yes. So, Fingers on Plastic put out a challenge while TF Nation has been sadly cancelled this year, but they are doing the big broadcast of 2020, and they are doing, and Bots at Home is kind of the other part of TF Nation, so to speak, you know, because you get the the actual official convention stuff with the dealer's room and guest panels and all that, and then the other stuff is what we do in the bar. So what he's done is put out an eBay challenge from because bombarded with the G1 out from the G1 adverts back in the day. Oh, excuse me. It was from $3.99 to $29.99 was the price. I had something in mind for this. However, the thing I ordered from the Bay of E while I was searching my favourite category, now if you get that reference, I'll be very impressed. It hasn't yet, basically, so I've had to improvise somewhat. And we're going to be taking a quick look at this fella. This is Generation 1 Stepper and Ricochet. Now, I'm not going to go into character or anything because I'm going to do a proper review on this guy. But I chose this fella because, like I said, I had to improvise, and I love jazz, and I thought I'd do something a bit different. And it's kind of the Japanese exclusive, although this is a this is the reissue that came out in, you know, the book box ones come out in 2005, I want to say. So basically, Jazz recoloured and given Nightstick. We should be calling him Ricochet from now on. And they reissued him. But they reissued Inferno and Grapple, but we didn't get an Artfire, who got Scourge's guy, Fracas. So anyway, that's just a little bit of a thingy. So, he is a very cool Porsche 923, I want to say, 935. Autobot symbol on the back there, some nice stickers. Bit lacking, he doesn't have any, like, you know, rally stickers, and, you know, there's no, like, martini stickers or out like that. But he does have a moulded in port there, which you can put Ricochet in there, and he can do that, and you can do a Target Master. Looks a bit silly, if I'm honest, but, you know. Now, we're going to transform it. I'm not going to go through the details because, you know, Jazz, if you've not seen how Jazz transforms, then what, man? Come on. So, but what I do like about this figure, though, is the fact that it's a sort of negative image of Jazz. What I mean by that is where Jazz is white and black, he is the opposite. So he's black. Where Jazz is white and stuff like that, and also where Jazz is silver, he is gold. And there he is in relic mode. He's cool, actually. But then again, it's G1 Jazz mold, and he's cool. Now I'm a stickler for the cartoon, as everybody knows. I usually close the doors for Jazz to give him that look, but for Stepper here, I leave the doors open. Apparently, Stepper is the Autobots' #1 leading sniper. He can hit, you know, he can hit a flea off a dog's back at, you know, 500 miles or something, you know, because they do. But I just love it. I think it's great. and he can hold his target master partner like that. We'll get onto him in a moment. He can do that. He can go pew pew bang bang, pew pew bang bang. He also gets a gold version of Jazzy's gun as well, so he can dual wield like a mofo, and he can go pa-choo, 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 pa-choo. Now, when I got this, I didn't realise that his back cannon is in fact broken. So we'll be substituting that for the Jazz reissue, because Jazz reissue has this ridiculous long bit at the end here, whereas the original one doesn't, you see. The only difference is it's exactly the same, except that's black, that's gold, and this kind of engine block is gold. Are we going to go focus? There we are. But other than that, it's pretty much the same. So you can give him his shoulder cannon. Now, I don't usually display him with this. I'll explain why I don't in just a moment. You just kind of got to finagle it in. How the you do this? It's been a while. I must admit, it has been a... You've just got to kind of friction it in the back of there. Yeah, and it does go this way because it can't go any other way. Come on, you mother. Well, anyway, you get sort of that thing. And he can dual wield or triple wield like a mofo. He can go pa-choo, 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 pa-choo. But he does get one other accessory. So we remove this. And he gets, oh, throwing it around. And he gets this little piece of plastic, which fits in exactly the same place. Well, it should fit in the same place. Come on, you bastard. You absolute bastard. And you can take off Ricochet, and you can put Ricochet, there we go, on the back, like that, which I have him displayed sometimes, which gives him a different look, you know, different sort of look. Like I say, I'm not going to go into the character too much, because I do, oh shit, but I do want to review this guy properly, because he is really cool. In fact, do you know what, this will be my next proper actual review, yes. But he's cool, I like him a lot, he's cool. And we'll take a look at Ricochet. He is a gun. Very unwieldy gun, if I'm honest. A gun with a robot stuck on the back. And you transform him in the most complicated way manner, like that. Complicated way manner? Way manner? No. Complicated manner possible is what I meant to say. There we go. And there he is. He's pretty cool. He's really cool. Doesn't do anything. That's all he does. And it's exactly the same as Cyclonus's nightstick. It's exactly... Except, in this one, he has a metal bar through there, and he has a slightly different moulded bit there. So, yeah. So, I hope you enjoy this little review by Samovishty1. That's me. I'm sure there will be a link in the description down below somewhere, so you can find my channel. Simon, sort that out, please. So, yes, that's me. That's Stepper and Ricochet. I hope you like this thing, and I will catch you all very soon. Very soon. Very soon. And remember, you know, it's not just bots at home, it's bots, bros and booze at home too this year. So, bye for now.
Hey there, this is my video for Bots at Home. In a shock surprise, it will not be an Optimus Prime, despite the plethora of Optimus Primes around me. Today I'm going to have a quick chat about my all-time favourite Transformer, because he was my very first Transformer, and that is Blue Streak! Full disclosure, this is not my original Blue Streak. This is a reissue from the early 2000s. My original one is long gone, with pretty much all of his parts having broken off. The reissue version it's not as cool. It hasn't got silver on the hasn't got chromed missiles or weapon, and you know, it's not my original one, so it doesn't quite have that nostalgic in the feels. But it's awesome. Everybody else used to like Prowl, but Blue Streak, that's where it's at. Coincidentally, my best mate also had Blue Streak as his first Transformer, but that's not what I wanted as my first Transformer. Oh no. I remember distinctly being taken by my grandparents to Argos in hall in Dorset, where I come from, and buying a Transformer. And it was one of those deals of, the item may vary from the one pictured. And the one pictured was Sideswipe. Sideswipe was a red Lamborghini and infinitely more cool than anything else. So therefore, I wanted him. But I got him. Needless to say, I still fell in love with him, and I still love this bot. I haven't got the stickers on this one. I'll have to find those from somewhere. I also have him in Siege and Masterpiece. Now, I don't care about any of your trying to rename him as Streak or Silver Streak. He's Blue Streak. You can tell by the way that he's blue. Blue! Yeah, no, he's silver. Anyway, yeah, that is my bot at home. Every so often I will just get this little bugger out and I will transform him into his amazing Datsun mode for the sake of no reason whatsoever other than he's just so much nice to play with. And yeah, I haven't really got a lot else to say. He's not an Optimus Prime, therefore I don't have 430 of them. But that said, there's only like 6 different variants of this figure. Well, 6 different blue streaks, silver streaks, whatever, streak, whatever you want to call them. But I've got half of those, not all of them. And I'm fannying about with his arms. Get in there! No, this is supposed to be quick! Simon will moan at me! Haha! That's... And that is the end of my streak.
It's the first figure you're going to pull out.
It's Optimus Prime. And has the box, which is all sorts of beautiful. And there he is. He's got little fists in there as well. And got gun looks. The gun looks blue. Shouldn't it be black?
Oh, no, that's what it was. I think it's the reissue one.
Is it? Okay.
It's really weird though, because obviously it's a reissue,
Yes,
but
black.
and it brings all the the emotive feelings back
Yeah,
when you were a
massively.
kid. But he never came without a trailer.
No,
as a kid,
true.
which is really weird.
Never. But now I know you said that I should leave him in the box.
Yeah, I think it looks.
I need to have one in alt mode and one in robot mode. I've Kevin given away what another one is coming in a minute. But there he is. Right. This will shock you.
I'm
Massively.
prepared to be shocked.
Are you?
I am ready.
Because there may be a
I mean, it's not like I saw you buy all this
truck
stuff.
coming. Oh my god, there he is! Childhood dreams in a box. Quite literally. Now I know it's not the box when he came in.
It's close enough.
But just looking at this, I feel like it's...
And he's got the
Christmas
longest
in
smokestacks.
the 80s again. And he has the longer smokestacks. Very nicely pointed out by Paul. Paul is a really, really nice fella. First time I met him today.
Very knowledgeable.
And very knowledgeable. Dad. Right, and he did point out the stacks are taller here. It's not this. It's not that one, is it? Because this one has a
I think
stacks. It was.
He's got the stumpier ones, hasn't he?
Yeah. Now there was another box, looked very, very similar to this, but the stacks were not up here. They were kind of stumped.
I'm trying to remember, because I've got this one, but mine's got the extra panel on the box with the Battlemaster Optimus Prime in it. And I can't remember if he's got the longer stacks or the stumpy stacks. So I'm going to have to go and check that when I get home now, because I'm stack curious.
Well, he's going to be in alt mode, and the other guy is going to go in robot mode.
Yeah, that works.
I think. That works. So that's all that.
Hello, I hope you enjoyed that video and are enjoying bots at home today. So, we're going to carry on with our G1 challenge, picking up a toy from $2.99 to $29.99, the original price. And it's the Turn of Transformers UK podcast. And I'm the host, Paul. So, first of all, I done a cheeky barter for my one, as may be the way of transactions in 2021 if the economy collapses. I'm ready. I traded a Titan's Return hardhead for this item. So thank you very much to James Davo for sorting me out. I think he goes for about 14 or 15 pounds, this chap. He's a Decepticon. He is a triple changer. And he is G1 Octane flying tanker plane thing. So I always wanted him as a kid. I used to look at that page of Transformers with all the Springer and Broadside, and who else was on there? Sandstorm and the 3 Decepticon triple changes. The Decepticon ones look so much better, so much cooler. So right, let's do a quick transformation. So first of all, we're going to do his tanker mode. He provides petrol for the Decepticons. Quite sure how to do his arms. I think it's something like this. There we go. One tanker. Sorry if that's not correctly transformed. I'm pretty sure that's how it's transformed. It looks kind of alright. This bit's all good. The back bit of the tanker, it's just his arms are a bit chopping out the side. So yeah, but you know, it's a G1 triple changer. What you gonna do? Right, the third mode, my favourite mode by far. Let's get him into that. So you get his wings out. And this is cool. These bits flip round to form the back. Out of the way, arm. There we go. Do you clip in? Yes, you do. Let's put those 2 bits out. Right, this is a lovely. This bit collapses in, and then you've got this G1 chunkiness. God, get in there. Flips over, and we've got a bit of a plane sticking out there. Because the arms have got these double rockers, so they must try to disappear. Yeah, and then these flip round. Right, so pretty sure the arms don't come out at the bottom. I'm struggling with the arms, to be honest. He looks a bit like a Valkyrie. Let's put his arms away. It's probably going to be something like this. There we go. This was the mode that I used to love as a kid, and I think his shield, which I've got missing, used to sit in there. Let's give him his turn. But yeah, a fairly alright plane mode. Nice colours as well. Really nice colours. And so I also have, oh, if I can grab him, one of my favourite Transformers is Octane, but it's a Provider, which is Unique Toys version of Octane. Oh, bloody hell gun. And yeah, he's one of my favourite third-party Transformers you can get. Highly recommend picking him up. If you're a G1 boy, pick this up as well. But that's it for my G1 pickup. I was happy with him. Happy to add him to the collection. And I hope you all enjoy the rest of today's show. Goodbye!
So that was the challenge completed. Wasn't there some really cool toys in that lot? Personally, I think XORTRIDER took it with the effort and care and attention he put into his figure. Very, very cool. But that's it from me on this one. The links for everyone that took part today will be available in the description. So you'll be able to find all their channels if you want to. And don't forget that today is all about Mary's Meals and donating. So there'll also be a link to donate to Mary's Meals in there. There's still a lot more Bots at Home videos to come. So keep an eye on the Facebook page and they'll be released throughout the day. Have a good one. Thank you very much.